Welcome back. Please like and subscribe to our channel. When you hear about acceptance, what typically happens in your mind? If I asked you to accept that you are not the body and not the mind, what occurs in your thoughts? In my experience, an imagination of not being a body tries to form. Additionally, many excuses arise, such as attempts to picture or put together stories that confirm you're the body or questions about how that's possible. However, I've learned over time that when it comes to spiritual concepts like this, the mind has a difficult time accepting them. This is because the mind cannot fully grasp these ideas. It would rather call the person who suggested the idea crazy or believe that the realization of such a concept is impossible. It's important to understand that acceptance is not a mental thing. Many egos may believe that acceptance is a mental process, but it's not. You don't have to get the mind to accept something before you do it. For example, if I were to tell you to accept this moment, trying to accept it with the mind wouldn't work. The mind might try to figure out how to do that or imagine what presence is, but it's impossible to accept the moment with the ego. The moment you think about now, it's no longer the present moment. You can't imagine presence, and you can't go looking for it because you're already presence. When you realize that acceptance is beyond the mind, it can make a huge difference in your journey to self-realization. This is because a lot of this journey involves knowing how to accept what is, as you are what is. One of the main reasons you may not have realized yourself is because the mind doesn't want you to accept it. The mind wants to stay in control, and it seeks to give the illusion of power. However, if you realize what you are, the mind will no longer be in control. Notice how we suffer because we can't accept certain thoughts and emotions in the moment, causing unnecessary resistance and suffering. This is usually because we have a very active mind, and at the same time, we're trying to accept something through the mind. We try to think our way through it. Silencer. However, what if you just accept it that the mind isn't going to help you here anymore? It's not about thinking your way to acceptance. It's about allowing this moment to be as it is. Come back home to yourself. None of what I speak about can be accepted and seen clearly by the ego, because if I tell you that you are not those thoughts, how could you possibly see that to be true if you're identifying as the thoughts that are thinking about how you're not your thoughts? You have to realize you aren't those thoughts that are seeking to realize you aren't thoughts. Don't believe the mind when it creates excuses or tries to find evidence to disagree. Instead, play around with the idea of not being thoughts or the body, regardless of what they are saying. How does that experience feel? If there is a strong belief that you are the body and mind, first accept that there is a belief. Then feel what it feels like to believe in something and accept that you are that feeling. You are the one who has beliefs. The best thing about what you are is that it's not a belief. It's not a religion. You don't have to know what you are to be what you are. You don't have to believe that you are what you are because it's truth. Put faith in the fact that you are power itself, love itself, and life itself. The sense of existence is the evidence that you are everything. The sense that has been here through every single experience in life is everything. This is all there is. You exist as existence itself. Everything is existence because first things don't actually exist, which means existence itself is all there is. It has one taste to it, and it's so simple that we often overlook it. Don't run to the mind trying to figure out how this sense exists. It will reveal itself if you just stay there with it long enough. It's almost as if you're merging into it, and then the you that was merging into it disappears, and existence itself is all there is. This is what you truly are and have always been. Feel into that deeply and accept it without the mind. At its core, everything is this.